Hey, it's Nat Green here from smartsolarmarketing.net, and in this video I want to walk you through step by step the exact process that will take in order to generate you qualified live transfer phone calls and appointments. So let's get into it. So the first thing that you'll notice is that it looks like a pretty complex process. And for the most part it is, but it actually all kind of boils down and all funnels into the same thing, which is this area at the end here where you get the consultation call and then you close the deal and you get paid. So that's really, of course, the end goal. And it starts off with a few different areas. The first of which is this area in the top left corner here, which is the organic side, and we'll get into that. The next area is the paid ad campaign side. And then there's some internal stuff here with your database or external database through referral partners. So let's start off at the top here and go from the organic, and we'll work our way down, okay? So basically, to start off with, if you're an established solar company, people probably know about you. Possibly you're ranked in Google. Maybe you're already getting some referrals. You know, there's some buzz around your area. Maybe you've done, marketing or, newspaper ads or something like that in the past. So people know of you, and, you're getting some type of traffic already to either your website or your social media profiles. And so you might get some people hitting you up on your Facebook page. You might have people checking you out on your Instagram profile. You might have people checking out your Google business profile. And what we want to do is to capture all of those people to give them a good buying experience, but also to engage with them and to have some conversations with them. So basically, we connect all of those profiles through to a messenger and enables you to communicate with them no matter what the platform, all from one unified inbox. And so basically we do that and we connect with one of our ISA reps. The other side here, and I'll get to in a little bit more detail in a second, is the same type of thing, but they're landing directly on your website. And again, because we're starting at the top, we're going to go with a slightly different route first. Because if you think about it, people, when they're researching a solar company or really any high ticket product or service for the most part, there's three main things that they want to know. They want to know, who is this company? What do they do? Are they actually capable of doing the thing that I'm looking for? In this case, solar. Are they good at what they do? Right? Do people say nice things about them? Do they have good reviews? That type of thing. And the other big thing is, how much is this going to cost me? Right? What is the price of this? And I would say 99% of the time, from what I've seen, solar websites do not answer this question, and they send people to a contact form, which most people aren't going to fill out because they know if they fill out that form, they're going to get hammered with phone calls, right? And so what we do in this case with our configurator is we have them click on a button that says 24/7 instant estimate, and we put them through a pre-qualification process. But on the other end of it, we give them a range of pricing. And this increases conversions drastically. In fact, we've seen 433% increase from website visitor to lead just because of this process. So that in itself is extremely powerful. But it also pre-qualifies the person because we're asking them a number of questions. We get a lot of information from them, and we're going to see if they are a good fit or not. If they are a good fit, we're going to get them to schedule an appointment, which if they do that, then of course we're going to send text messages and emails as reminders, reminding them 24 hours ahead of time, 1 hour ahead of time, 15 minutes ahead of time. And we do that to increase the show up rate. But what we also do is we send them a personalized video. And this does a couple different things. One is it gives them a wow experience, because I guarantee your competitors aren't doing that. So it helps to separate you from everybody else, but it also just puts, a face to the company and that type of thing. And don't worry, you don't need to do this. We'll do this on your behalf. And so from there, basically, once it's time for the person to show up for their appointment, we have the ISA rep, again, one of our teammates here. We will contact them at the time. And once we get a hold of them, we will live transfer them to you. And of course, this consultation call here is you working your magic, you doing your thing, and of course, you close the deal and get paid. Now, what happens as soon as we initiate this live transfer call, our system actually tags them as qualified, And then you have 7 days to actually mark them as not qualified if they're not qualified, because sometimes things happen. They might tell us, one answer, but as you talk to them, you'll find out, that that's actually not the case. Or there could be a number of different things, whether they were, misunderstood in their information, or maybe they were lying, who knows? So once in a while, there is going to be somebody who we think is qualified, but you'll determine that they're not. And if that's the case, then you have 7 days to go into our CRM, into our pipeline, and to mark that contact as unqualified. Okay, if you do not do that, then the system thinks that they are qualified, because they should be at that point if you didn't mark them as unqualified. And then we actually bill you bi-weekly, so you don't actually get billed 7 days later. It's going to be more than that, but you have up to 7 days to mark them as such. Okay, so that is one basically path that you can take. Now, if we go backwards all the way to the website and they do not go through the configurator to get the instant estimate, then we also have a chat box with chat functionality that actually has text message marketing built into it. Text messages are better for a number of different reasons versus email or just your typical live chat, because if the person leaves the website right away, you can't follow up with them, whereas you can with text messages, and most people leave your website really quickly, so it's a good thing to have. And so if they come through the chat box on the website there, again, it goes through to our ISA rep. We ask them pre-qualification questions, and those questions would be, are you a homeowner or renter? Obviously, we disqualify them if they're a renter. How much is your electric bill? If it's below a certain amount, we disqualify them. What is your estimated credit score? Of course, we can't ask them outright, but we can get the range. And then what is your buying time frame? When are you looking to get solar? And if they're deemed a qualified contact, then of course we will attempt to put them through a live transfer call to you if they're available, and if you have an opening on your calendar that you have told us ahead of time as such. And then of course we would go down this path to the consultation call. Again, they're automatically tagged as qualified, or you would go in and mark them as unqualified if they are not qualified like they told us. So that's the organic portion in a nutshell. I'll quickly summarize it. Basically, they're coming through one of your social media profiles or your website. They either go through a configurator to get an instant estimate, which pre-qualifies them. They book an appointment. We remind them to show up to their appointment. We connect with them with our ISA agent. We transfer them to you, and then you close the deal. Or we just chat with them directly. We qualify them by answering the questions. If they pass those questions, if they have the time to speak to you and wish to speak to you right there and then, and you have availability on your calendar, then we'll put through the live transfer. You speak with them, you close the deal. Everything is gravy. From there, if you're looking to scale things up and you want to invest in your marketing to get in front of more homeowners, we could run traffic through a number of different ad platforms. Doesn't matter if it's TikTok, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, display ads. It can be really any different platform. And I know some people think, well, Google search or YouTube, because it's search-based, have a higher quality of lead. And while that is partially true, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because we're going to be qualifying them for you to make sure the person meets all the buying criteria. And if they do, we're going to patch them through on a live transfer call. So really, it doesn't matter what the platform is. And one of the big things here that you really need to understand is, as your partner in growth, we want to stretch your ad budget as far as possible. So we're going to see whatever platforms at any given time are giving us the best quality lead for the lowest price, and we'll scale up on that. So we might be running ad campaigns on a couple different platforms based on what your budget is and what makes the most sense. But we want to get you the most live transfer calls, the most appointments as possible based on what your budget is, so you can make the most sales as possible and make the most amount of money. So whichever the platform is, we put them through a pre-qualification lead form. Again, we want to answer the questions, are they a home buyer, electric bill, credit score, buying time frame, etc. And then we put them through to our multi-channel follow-up system, where we send them emails, text messages, voicemails, etc. And then again, if it looks like they're a qualified person, then our rep is going to chat with them. They are going to verify all of the questions that they already asked and answered on the form. And then if they are a good lead and they're qualified, again, it's the same process. We do a live transfer to you if you are available and if they are available at that time. If not, we put them through to a calendar, and then we do the appointment reminders with the personalized videos, all that same sort of stuff. So, all the back end stuff is really the same. It's just whatever happens on the front end is the different part. Now, there's a couple other areas here. There is your internal database as far as your dead leads. You might have dead leads or stale leads that haven't been active for a while or they haven't been responding. And we've got campaigns that work for that. So we can do some dead lead resurrection to bring them back to life. We can also reach out to your existing or past customers with a referral campaign, and we can ask them to give you referrals. And there's different ways that we can incentivize them to do so. And those two things right there are a way to get some quick wins right out of the gate. So, as the ads are running, or, depending on how much traffic you get to your website, those things might take a little bit of time to test or optimize. And so we can do these things very quickly during our setup process and to get you some quick wins. The other thing that we can do, which is along the same lines, is a referral partner program where we'll actually do some email outreach, and we could even do LinkedIn outreach. It doesn't really matter. But the idea is to identify some potential joint venture referral partners and to reach out to them to say if they'd be interested in doing so. And this in itself can be extremely profitable. And I have another video, or I can send you a link to a calculator that shows you just how much the potential of this is. But these strategies can be extremely profitable. So it doesn't really matter how you're getting in front of people, whether it's referral partner campaigns, paid ad campaigns, social media campaigns, or whatever. The idea is we want to pre-qualify them for you, have our rep verify that information and just to double check it so it's accurate information. And if they're qualified, to pass them through to you via a live transfer call, or to schedule an appointment for a call at a later date, depending on their availability or your availability, and then to get them through the consultation call. And again, you work your magic and you close a deal and you get paid. So it's really powerful. And what's cool is with this model, you no longer have to pay super expensive retainers to marketing agencies. This is a performance-based model where we're your partner in growth. We don't get paid if we don't deliver results, and we'll also help to weed out any potential tire kickers or time wasters, so you're only ever spending your time speaking with qualified people who actually want and can afford and have a need for solar. So as you can see, this type of model for customer acquisition is way more efficient. It's way more profitable. So if you want to stop paying for overpriced agency or retainers, have somebody who has some skin in the game like myself with a model like this, then you can go to smartsolarmarketing.net, or there'll be a link or button below this video, and you can schedule a time on my calendar that works so we can have a quick chat. I can show you in more detail how the system works, all the different parts of it, and of course what my guarantee is for you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to speaking with you soon and helping you to sell more solar systems. Take care.